Presents Hometown Sports Game of the Week. This program is funded in part by a grant from the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television.
We're in the final stages of high school basketball's regular season, and all teams are charging hard toward the finish line, trying to improve their records and earn a playoff spot. And that's the case here tonight in Elk Grove, where Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is bringing you an intense Delta League matchup as Monterey Trail plays host to Grant High School tonight. Well, good evening and welcome to Mustang Gym on the campus of Monterey Trail High School. Along with Lauren Goodman, I'm Will James, and tonight we have a ball game of extreme interest. As you know, Lauren, Coach Wilson and the Pacers are sitting pretty. They're solidly entrenched in the number 3 spot of the Delta at 7-3, but not the case for Monterey Trail's Robert Fields. The Stangs come in 4-6, and if ever there was a must-win situation, it would be now.
Tonight is the difference between making that push to the playoffs. It's important that both teams come in ready to battle and have a lot of fun tonight.
We'll see about the fun, but the battling is assured. Let's take a look at the prominent players that'll be showcased tonight, starting with the Premium Pacers.
We see with the Pacers, they have Richardson, who's their leading scorer right now. He's getting 17 points a game. That's going to be crucial for tonight. You have David Jones and Dewan Pruitt. They're going to have to own it. They're very young, but they're very talented.
Well, you see, they're all 3 juniors, those impact players. 6'4", 6'6", and 6'7", a formidable front line. And that is what Coach Fields and the major Mustangs will have to contend with this evening.
On the other side, we have Marcus Robinson, a senior. He's going to have to lead his team tonight and show them how to win. And then you have Andre Crump, three-point gunner, gunning for deep. And then we have Bryce Fitzgerald, new transfer into the program. He's going to have a big presence in the inside with Grant's height.
And he is a big presence at 6'8", and Crump, his scoring tonight will be vital to the Mustangs' success. As you say, a 3-ball gunner, he'll need to warm up from outside the arc. So we do have the stage set for you tonight here at Monterey Trail as the host Mustangs take on the visiting Grant High Pacers in Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Don't wander off. When we come back, we'll join Rick Stewart. He's got a lot more in tonight's big matchup. Stay with us.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Welcome to the show this evening. We're in Elk Grove tonight for Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. Host Monterey Trail taking on Grant High. Along with Lauren Goodman, I'm Will James. Let's turn our attention to our broadcast mate, Rick Stewart.
All righty, thank you very much. The last meeting between these two is only about 2 weeks ago in this year that was at Grant. Now, there was a 63-58 victory, 63-53, check that score, between Grant and Monterey, with Grant taking the victory. 10 Mustangs scored on the night, but it was poor shooting overall. They were only 5 for 26 from the three-ball range. That's a road loss. There's no way around it. Last outings for both these two teams. These were both last Wednesday. You can see that right there. Grant 58-50 over Pleasant Grove. They were up by 8 at halftime, held off the stubborn Eagles. Franklin took care of Monterey Trail 80-65. The Wildcats led by 9 at half, and they cruised to an impressive road victory in this building. This is a game that Monterey Trail really needs to pick up victory-wise. Be a big victory for them against Grant tonight. Will, Lauren, back to you.
Thank you very much. Yes, that might even be a bit of an understatement, Mr. Stewart. If it would to be considered vital for victory tonight, that would be the bottom line for Coach Robert Fields and his host, Monterey Trail Mustangs. Lauren, they're going to have to bring their absolute A game tonight against the highly regarded Pacers.
They have to bring their A game tonight. There's no other explanation at this point. We're at the end of the season, coming down to a few weeks here, and it is important that you win games to get over the hump. They're trying to get into the playoffs and make a playoff run. This is a great foundation game for them.
Well, you hear that great Monterey Trail marching band here. Lots of excitement here at Mustang Gym. And a game like this, Lauren, always there are key factors and scenarios that generally play big in the final outcome. And certainly in this matchup tonight, that's no exception.
Well, with Grant, it's going to have to be their defensive pressure. The more defense they play, the more they apply it on the ball, they're going to be to their advantage. They want to apply pressure on the ball, and because that's their strong point for Monterey Trail, it's going to be important for them. And then that pressure is going to lead to transition buckets. When they're playing in transition and controlling the pace, they're unstoppable.
Well, they are very gifted, very long, and very lean, and very fast, and transition is their specialty when they can generate that. But on the flip side, different factors relating to the hosts.
Monterey Trail, having my heart here a little bit, they're going to have to minimize their turnovers. They're going to have to take care of the basketball. In the last outing, they had 26 turnovers against Grant. So it's important that they take care of the basketball. The more they take care of the basketball, the better opportunities they're going to get. And that's going to lead right into them having home court advantage and taking it to the toe. They have the band here tonight. They have a full packed house crowd, cheerleaders. It's important that you win at home. When you win at home, it sets the tone going on the road.
Yes, home court is certainly a key factor tonight, and we'll see how well the Mustangs do on their home hardwood. Let's turn our attention back to Rick Stewart.
All right, for as old as these two schools are, this is only the 16th meeting between these two teams. In the overall, it's a seesaw series. Now, Grant won 5 of the first 6. Monterey Trail won 4 of the next 6. Grant's won the last 3, and Grant leads the series 10-5 overall. Now, this is the 6th meeting between coaches here on the floor tonight, Wilson and Fields. Grant and Coach Wilson lead the series 4-1. So this is a big pivotal meeting for Monterey Trail. They need the victory for the league, obviously, but they need it to continue the trend that they're building here, basketball program at Monterey Trail. Will, Lauren, back to you.
Thank you very much, Rick. And boy, look at that tremendous Monterey Trail marching band. They have got the house jumping tonight as fans continue to stream into the building here at Mustang Gym on the campus of Monterey Trail. A crucial Delta League matchup tonight, and the standings really will explain where we're at this point of the season, midway second half. And Lauren, you can see there with our highlighted opponents tonight, Grant and Monterey Trail, the Mustangs have to make up some ground.
The Mustangs have to get a win tonight. It's no other question about it. They need to get a W tonight. It's not going to be any better for Grant if they take an L, so Grant has to win tonight. It is important that both teams apply the pressure because you see they're so close in it.
Monterey Trail will just about forget any playoff hopes if they cannot notch a victory tonight, as they've got their hands full with the long, lean Grant Pacers, but a young Pacer squad under head coach Denard Wilson. Well, it's great to have you with us tonight here for Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. And a lively, raucous crowd on hand. I would say largely dominated by fans of Monterey Trail, it would seem. So don't wander off. We got a big one coming up here on Game of the Week. We will be right back. Stay put.
Basketball matchup between the visiting Grant Pacers and your Monterey Trail Mustangs.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
$50 over $90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a stroke are far from invisible or silent. If you've come off your treatment plan, get back on it, or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
Okay, settle in and pull your seatbelt a little bit tighter. It's liable to be a bumpy night. Grant taking on host Monterey Trail in this Delta League matchup. Let's take a look at starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Grant High Pacers under head coach Denard Wilson. They've got an imposing lineup. McGee at the point, and then the three impactors we talked about, Richardson, Jones, and Pruitt. They can all run, jump, and score. That's a tough five right there. They come in at 17-6 and 7-3 in the Delta. For head coach Robert Fields and the Mustangs, well, you'd have to consider a diminutive lineup in comparison. They will open in the backcourt with sharpshooter Andre Crump, senior Marcus Robinson, Adams is a sophomore, McIntosh an undersized power forward, and 6'8" Bryce Fitzgerald he'll have to be outstanding tonight against those Pacer Leapers.
Senior wearing number 1, Marcus Robinson. The Mustangs are coached by Robert Fields. Assistant coaches Kyle Crawford, Leonard Lister, Lamar Ross, and Roland.
Our game tonight will be monitored by 2 veteran officials from the NCOA,
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise.
led by referee Tom Kosick, the referee tonight, and umpire Brian Broadway. That should strike a chord with all you local basketball fans. The former Kennedy High School star and Southern University standout. What a player he was. Both clubs on the floor. Grant in their road gold. There you saw Denard Wilson of the Pacers. There's Robert Fields of Monterey Trail. We're set at the jump circle. David Jones of Grant against Fitzgerald. And Monterey Trail has first possession. This is Crump passing. Adams, number 4, the soft. Fitzgerald gives it off. Crump now to McIntosh. Crump passes up the 3 and hits a runner. Great start for Monterey Trail, 2-0 Mustangs.
Great way to get himself warmed up. Gunner thought about it, but got the floater.
Jones, he stands 6'6". There's the shortest Pacer on the floor, and the runner by McGee is missed. Rebound bobbled and grabbed by Fitzgerald, who's bumped. No call. 2-on-2. Layup. Down and 1 as Robinson scores on the fast break.
Monterey Trail already getting out the gates, taking advantage of home court.
Richardson commits the foul right there.
Great left hand focus and concentration right there to finish.
Free throw, short. He cannot clean up the three-point play. And here's a tie-up as Fitzgerald muscles up with David Jones. Alternating possession to the Pacers. We're just underway and very happy to have you with us after 1 minute of play. Host Monterey Trail on top 4-0.
This will be very interesting, Will. Both teams are playing man-to-man. You see Monterey Trail in the white jerseys in the man-to-man get a steal, and it's paying off to their advantage.
Turnover Grant. Extended trapping pressure on the perimeter. Outside gunning, short, a miss taken out there by Adams. McGee to Richardson as they steady up. We played a minute and a half. Pruitt off balance, misses short, and rebound slapped out. And the Pacers got a break there, and they'll get the rock.
Pacers need to find a way to score and get it inside.
Tap away and a near steal by Crump, who saves it. And here's another loose ball picked up by Grant. Layup down and 1. The recipient there, Miles Haynes, with the bucket. McIntosh picks up his first foul. Each club with 1 foul. As Haynes will try to clean up a three-point play and does. 4-3, Mustangs by 1. Here's Crump into the front court against the shorter McGee. Whistle, and it's a foul against Monterey Trail on the screen. And picking up 2 quick fouls is DeAndre McIntosh. We'll see if Coach Fields is going to go to his bench.
Neither team has really gotten settled into any type of offense.
Corner jump shot, Pruitt, a miss. Leaping rebound taken impressively by Crump. Fast into the front court, he's doubled. Trapping pressure by the Pacers.
Grant is all over on the defensive end with the double jump. That was pretty interesting right there. Great way to handle it, Monterey Trail.
Crump breaks it down, dishes off. Fitzgerald bobbles, picked up, fumbled away again, and finally Jones picks it up for the Pacers. Fast break. Richardson blocked out of there on a swat by Adams.
Perfect timing from Adams. That was a great block.
This crowd responding to the defensive play. Just a 1-point Mustang lead, though. Inbound goes to Pruitt. 6'7" wing, their second leading scorer. McGee down. They call it a deep deuce and a 5-4 Grant lead.
Feel a little matchup brewing here between the 2 point guards. They are feisty and small, so they are going to be impressive tonight. Let's watch that and keep an eye on those two playing against each other.
Drive it strong, tough luck on the drive by Robinson. Here come the Pacers, long outlet. Richardson to McGee. We're nearing midway first in a rapidly played opening quarter so far. 5-4 Grant after being down 4-0. Whistle along the baseline. Fitzgerald probably is going to get clipped for the foul against Pruitt. So Bryce Fitzgerald, foul number 1, team foul number 3, substitution. McIntosh out. Coming on now is Zach Laurier. Football standout as well. McGee loses the ball, gets it back, and salvages. Jones barges into the key, got a whistle, and it's an offensive foul.
Monterey Trail's just playing tenacious D. It's actually giving some complication to Grant. And I don't think they've seen this man-to-man look up a lot because everybody knows Grant can get out and run. But it's actually a great counter right now. Coach Fields made a good decision to go man-to-man.
Marcus Robinson handling. Drive it hard, a layup, blocked off the board. Taken on the run by Richardson. Here they come. Pull up Jay. Short. Nice rebounding by Fitzgerald. Open on the baseline, drive, a miss because it was blocked. Pruitt, who's got the cherry picker? Jones, a run out, slam! Seven to 4. Cautious walking dribble, belt high, Crump is up the floor against McGee, but goes on the right side to Adams. They give and go. Another baseline drive, layup, missed! Fitzgerald rebounded and had it slapped out of his hand, so the Mustangs have the rock.
Here we go with the cherry pick. It's always beneficial, and then when you can jump above the rim, you just flush it down like that.
Inbound, Fitzgerald. Swing it. Crump, a 3-ball. Off target this time. Rebound, Jones of Grant. One and done. Up the floor, they push. Pruitt. All glass. Flat foot rebound gathered in by Laurier. Crump feed low and a kick out wildly. It's a turnover. Here's a run out from McGee. Got it.
Grant kind of getting into some rhythm here. Finding both teams kind of struggling with the offense, but
Crump misses off the glass, but a whistle and a foul.
here's McGee doing what Grant does best, pushing it in transition. Great finish with the right hand. We had a little delay here, Will, because a lot of players are slapping that backboard. Pretty interesting of athleticism.
So a key trip up the floor on defense, and there it is, a defensive play taken. Zach Laurier with the steal. Second turnover for Grant. Crump, Fitzgerald inside on Pruitt. Yes!
And they needed him to get going. That was a great and one bucket for him to get in the rhythm of the offense, finding him an opportunity to score. Crump, great find.
And Coach Fields, I'm sure, urging his teammates to get him the rock.
Crump just weaving through, getting him the right answer. Great one dribble pump up.
Free throw, in and out, tough luck. On the point, Richardson, 9-6. Grant on top after trailing 4-0.
Richardson with the ball here. He's going to have to find a way to get going. He's their offensive threat, and they've kind of minimized him right now for the first quarter.
Wild shot taken and missed. The follow-up missed. Tip in, missed. Another tip try, fumbled around. Grabbed by the Mustangs. Taking that off the glass was Redding. Fast break the other way. A miss by Crump. Kept alive, though. Feed low. Fitzgerald. A miss. Follow-up. No good. He gets it back again. And a whistle's going to stop play. My hard-working Bryce Fitzgerald.
Second chance opportunities is going to give Monterey Trail the opportunity to stay in the game. They do not want to miss out on those putbacks and rebounds. On both ends, they're fighting for it, but Monterey Trail needs to take advantage of the second opportunities.
Drive it down the slot, layup taken and missed by Zach Laurier. Tough luck. McGee up the floor for the Pacers. Drive it strong, layup down as he took it strong on Crump.
Grant wants to get in that transition. Their fans like that one from A.J. McGee.
Crump, bank shot missed. Loose ball picked up on the run. McGee ahead to Richardson, drive it strong. Arch back shot missed, follow up, no. Offensive foul over the back on Grant. Richardson called for his second foul. That's not good for Pacer fans.
Coach Wilson is not happy about that one, and I kind of agree with him on that. Nobody boxed out. You'll see both players just jumping up for it. Strong drive.
Richardson out, back in Miles Haynes, number 30 for the Pacers. And also on the floor for Grant High, DeVell Brown, number 20, as they show some extended pressure, broke down by Crump.
And Grant's just trying to slow the ball down, make it Monterey Trail execute every play, make them value it.
Crump to the cup, misses but draws a foul on the Grant interior defense. That one is going to be against DeVell Brown.
Strong drive by Crump, penetrating the defense, finding an opportunity to get to the lane. And now he's on the free throw line for that hard work.
Just 57% from there for the season. And he stumbles home number one.
Here's Crump threading the needle, getting the and one bucket with the little jelly on top of it. Just too much.
Number two on the way, not this time, 1 out of 2. 7-11, Grant on the high end as we're under a minute to go here in the first. Brown spins into the paint, short J, missed. Nice rebounding effort there, taken by Redding, and a held ball.
Every shot by Grant that they are taking is contested and difficult. They are not shooting any shots that are easy. Every shot has been contested and very difficult to finish.
Inbound, push it up the floor, 40 seconds to go here in the quarter. Jump shot, around and off, no good. One and done. Grant doing a beautiful job on the offensive boards. McGee, coast to coast, and draws a foul on the full speed drive.
You can count that all day. When A.J. McGee is going full steam and nobody's trying to stop him, he's trouble. See, nobody's stopping him, nobody preventing him to get to the rack. Finishes it with ease.
13-7 Grant, and McGee's had an excellent first quarter with 8 points. Substitutions. Robinson back on the floor along with senior guard Quentin Lister for Monterey Trail as McGee tries to clean up a three-point play and does.
McGee is finding ways to step up for Richardson right now. Richardson usually carries the load, but A.J. McGee has shown some offensive presence and is okay with leading the show.
Cameron Hampton, number 2, into the ball game for Grant, defending on the play. with 18 seconds to go in the quarter. Robinson backs up, drives it, and kicks out. Open J on the way, down! And you can credit that to Quentin Lister, just on for the Mustangs. A travel and a turnover against Grant.
Sometimes you just got to be ready, Will. Lister came in, knocked down a three, wide open, and then forces a turnover.
Well, he's a veteran, played a lot of games under Coach Fields. Came into the ball game averaging 6 points, 2 rebounds. Robinson to the cup, down! And that may very well have been an and one, but they'll take the 2 as the quarter ends with a Monterey Trail flurry, but Grant on top 14-12 after the first 8 minutes of play. Let's turn our attention to Rick Stewart.
All righty, we got 2 good coaches here for both squads as their head leaders. First, let's talk about Grant and their head coach, Denard Wilson. It's his 8th season, career record 138-91, 320 win seasons. We've got Coach Fields right there, so we look at Coach Fields there. We look at, there we go, Denard Wilson there. Well, we can take a look at Robert Fields' information. Wilson's information, 321 seasons. Best season, 2013-2014, where Grant was 27-7. Best Delta victory, 124-18, 65-52, 65-62 with their win over Jesuit. Take a look at Robert Fields, career record 34-42. Program's changing. There's instances of doing the better thing and going on here in the program. You can see Coach Wilson right there. The program is growing, and it's growing in bounds that they'll pick up later down the year. They're a young team. Will, Lauren, back to you.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it. McGee. Inside pass picked off. Robinson in a foot race. Take it strong. A layup down.
Marcus Robinson is being the difference maker. He leads this Mustang team, and he is stepping up and performing tonight.
He's averaging double figures for the Mustangs at 13 plus. Here's another steal by Robinson. 1-on-2, a layup down. Wow. How about that? Spin the replay dial.
Marcus Robinson just getting all over the play and then putting a little jelly on it and finishing at the top.
We love French pastry. Grant, a little shell-shocked right now, has seen their lead evaporate. Mustangs by 2. 16-14, their first lead since 4-3.
And a lot of Grant's difficulty is this tenacious defense from the Mustangs. They
Jones.
are gobbling it up.
A miss by Jones. Stripped away from Pruitt from behind, but out of bounds to the Pacers. And there's that defense you spoke of.
Mustangs came ready to play tonight. You can see that they have a specific assignment. They've made some adjustments as far as their rotation and their defensive pressure, and it is coming to the benefit right now.
Pacers 5 turnovers. Pruitt working on Fitzgerald, leans in and misses a close-in bank, tapped out long. Here's a run out. Lister, a goaltend and a layup. It would have gone anyway, but David Jones with the goaltend. Lister now, 5 off the bench. Time out, Grant, it's a 30. And we'll just keep it right here. What a turnaround generated by Monterey Trail defense.
Monterey Trail's defense has been amazing. You see Coach Wilson call this timeout so he could settle his group down and get them back under control. He's on the road tonight. He cannot afford to get a big lead out. So he wants to get his team, and they are young, get them under control and so they can withstand this.
Another look coming off the steal, and Lister with the layup and an unnecessary goaltend.
And that was a great layup by Lister, but the goaltend was effort. Even though he got the goaltend, he had to come on and run that play because he knew Coach Wilson would not be happy by giving up.
Well, and speaking with Coach Fields before the game, he felt that the first quarter would have to be a big one for Monterey Trail, something in the high teens or low 20s. They got held to 12, but here suddenly is an explosion to close the first and open the second, and they're back on top.
And sometimes beating good teams, you're not going to get those major significant points. You need to just stick in the ball game with them. And that's what Monterey Trail's doing.
Another run out, bullet pass, Lister, down!
And you see Zachary right there. He is their starting quarterback, and he threw a missile down to Lister.
20-14. Richardson to Pruitt, he fires away, a clanker. Up for the board, Monterey Trail's got it, Dabandan. Little guard into the front court, give it off. Larrier travels on the play. Let's take a look at this.
Now you see Zachary right here get the ball. Bullet pass down to Lister. Way to run your lane, young fella.
And that was a quarterback play there by Zach Larrier. We understand that he has been offered a scholarship, a football scholarship at Fresno State University.
And he's a tremendous talent. He's been on that varsity team for now 2 years, and he has just flourished and grown as a young man, and you can see the basketball team is reaping the benefits of it.
Jump shot missed by McGee. Great rebounding position by Monterey, but they're going to lose the rock.
And Monterey's doing the intangibles tonight. They're hustling for balls, and that's a part of being at home. You know your court. You want to give maximum effort for your fans.
Pruitt inside, blocked, but a foul. Jones denied there. Fitzgerald was right there, but Dabandan is going to get called for the foul. His second. 15 foul. Grant's got 6. But David Jones is at the stripe, and he misses number 1. Let's take a look.
Got right on the arm by Van Dant. And that was a great way to take that for your big man. Don't want him to pick up his second one.
Number 2, got it. 1 out of 2 for David Jones for 3 points. And it pulls Grant within 5. They're down 20-15. Turnover, Monterey Trail.
And you see, Grant's just trying to communicate with their team right now and get things under control. They're not out of it, but they want to stay close within range so that they can play their game.
Richardson back into the ball game, working against a much shorter Lister. Now here's McGee. Jones looking for Richardson. Blocked out of there and grabbed by Robinson. Wow! Lister pushing. Larrier has it taken away. Transition for Grant. Pruitt has it slapped away to Dabandan. Wow. What hustle. So far, an inspired performance tonight by Monterey Trail.
Amazing effort. We talked about this. That was a great extra play. Extra hustle by Dabandan. Way to get your hands on it, because big fella was about to lay that down.
Instead, the Pacers will inbound, baseline right. McGee to send it in. Oh my goodness, nice inbound play as Richardson has the easy bucket.
Richardson finally found a way to get on the board, and that hopefully will warm him up.
He's their leading scorer, but that's his first points. But back-to-back turnovers, 7 now for Monterey Trail, allowing the Pacers to creep back in.
And a lot of the confusion is coming from Monterey Trail's doubling, triple teaming everything that goes under the rim. Anybody gets the ball in the paint, they're getting triple teamed, they're getting double teamed. So Grant has to make an adjustment and find open shooters.
McGee. Bohannon. Richardson tied up, but has soft touch and drops it home.
Grant still with the extended pressure, playing man-to-man.
Deep J, down! Quentin Lister is lighting it up. 23-19, Monterey Trail in an explosive first half thus far, especially here in the second quarter.
Best part about being in the Delta League, everybody wants a little piece of this.
Richardson a long miss. Fitzgerald tough on the glass. wrestled away, a follow-up miss, and McGee has it again for the Pacers. Baseline jump shot missed by Brown. Nice rebounding effort by Crump. Up the floor. And Lister steps out of bounds for a turnover. Tough luck for the Mustangs. Turnover number 8.
Mustangs for sure needed to take care of the ball on that one and take advantage and slow the Pacers down. The Pacers have gotten 2 easy buckets by their leading scorer, by the way, and he's just getting in rhythm. He can score in tandems. We've seen him already. He is an impressive scorer, so that's somebody that they want to minimize right now.
Miles Haynes back in for Grant, and we've got 3.5 to go here. Flip side of quarter number 2, 4-point lead for Monterey Trail. Pruitt on the drive. Fouled. McIntosh was there, one of 2 Mustang defenders, and he picks up his 3rd foul.
Fouls on the Mustangs, number 2, DeAndre McIntosh, his 3rd.
So there is a good look at Dewan Pruitt, 6'7" junior post, missing number 1.
And DeJuan's another one that's trying to get in rhythm right now. He hasn't found an opportunity to score. That was a good, strong drive to get to the free throw line and maybe start something.
2nd of 2, 1 out of 2. 23-20. Monterey trailed by 3. Here's Lister. Bad pass. Here's a run out. Richardson misses the clam. Crump gathers it in. Transition the other way. Zigzag move. Wild layup. Down! Crump. Andre Crump. 25-20 Mustangs. Pruitt into the paint. Baby hook missed. Tapped out. Crump's got it. Who's got the cherry picker? Boom! Marcus Robinson.
And Robinson just sat back and waited for that one. I don't even think he crossed half court.
Grant has been stung a number of times on leakouts. Traveling on the baseline. Turnover, Grant.
And you can see the energy. Everybody wants a piece of this. Marcus Robinson right here. Great find by Crump. And then just little bunnies and got him up there. Great cram.
Grant has pulled back. They've taken off their pressure and they're looking zone here. Lister to Crump.
Coach Wilson is making this adjustment only because Monterey Trail is leaking out every single play. Every single play, they've had at least one person back.
Mustangs turn it over again. Here's McGee, straight away, Jay, down. A deep deuce.
McGee is focused tonight. He's getting everything he wants, and all the Grant fans love it.
And here's a foul. The ball jabbed away from Fitzgerald by Haynes.
We see McGee, he is playing a phenomenal point guard game tonight. Just a little pull-up jumper, don't have to get too deep, knocks it down.
He's got 11 points. If not for his scoring burst, Grant would be in some trouble here. It took Richardson until the 2nd quarter to score at all, and Pruitt was on the schneid until he got that free throw.
He's going to have an amazing game tonight because the focus of the Mustangs. The Mustangs are only concerned with the height. He's having a mano-a-mano matchup as a point guard, and he's eating it. He is not a sophomore on varsity for no reason. He is more than capable and has the ability to show out tonight. So if they continue to leave him on an island in isolation, I tell them to take advantage of it.
Fitzgerald hits them both. He's regarded as their top free thrower at 80%, and it played true there. 29-22. 2 minutes to go, late 2nd in this Delta League battle. McGee drive, layup missed. Gathered in, Robinson puts his head down and drives it. Feed inside, Fitzgerald blocked out of there by David Jones. McGee, snap it ahead. Richardson thinks about it, drives it, lay it off inside, and Jones misses, but he draws a foul, probably on Crump, but we'll wait for the call.
And, Will, that was a great example. You see Grant, and Coach Wilson, he's taught his players just to keep the ball high, explode high, jump high. And tonight, Monterey Trail has a person to match that, or athleticism to match Grant's athleticism. And so it's just causing a degree of difficulty. Great job to getting the foul right there. But you see he just jumped up and then he has somebody competing with him every shot.
Pacers are struggling from the foul line as Jones misses number 1 and hits number 2. 29-23. Monterey Trail on top, playing a heck of a first half here.
Coach Wilson putting Jones in some of that height at the top of that zone and then caused a turnover.
Pruitt, easy money. Steal, drive, and layup. Turnover number 10 on Monterey Trail. The Bandan to Crump.
Monterey Trail needs to keep their momentum going right now. You see that zone has slowed them down tremendously, and now they have to execute.
Laurier.
That was a great move.
Laurier's first points, and they couldn't come at a better time for the Mustangs. David Jones, drive and score, +1.
Here's Pruitt just pushing in transition. When he gets those transition buckets, he is amazing.
The foul is on Kevin Adams. Free throw, no good, and the struggle continues at the stripe for David Jones and the Pacers.
Staying at 50%, going 1 for 2 all night is not going to be to their advantage, so they got to make some free throws.
Missed them both. Nice rebound there by Laurier. 40 seconds to go in the half. 6-point lead for the Mustangs. Nice overplay by Grant, but the ball will go to Monterey Trail.
And we can see on this free agency market, as we call it, as high school sports, has definitely been to the advantage of a lot of programs this year, and you can see the results in that from Monterey Trail.
Corner jumper, Crump. A miss. Wide open. That would have been big. 26 seconds to go. Some token extended pressure here. The Bandan guarding McGee. 19 seconds.
Now, if you're watching, you see Coach Wilson has went to a straight, flat out. Whatever happens when McGee makes a decision, he will make a decision from there, but he has full lane to attack.
McGee, stop and go, wheel and deal, layup, down. A.J. McGee beats the buzzer for the Pacers to pull Grant within 4. Otherwise, a superlative effort by the host Mustangs to forge this halftime lead. Now, don't wander off. Rick Stewart will be interviewing our our coaches tonight, starting off with Grant High head coach Denard Wilson, the 8-year veteran, is standing by. What you got, Rick?
All right, Coach Wilson, Grant, first half impression.
We're just not working hard. They're outworking us. They're getting all the 50-50 balls. They're playing like a team with their playoff hopes on the line, and we're just playing like a team that has nothing to lose. And I don't understand it. I'll work with them. I'll talk to them right now. Some things will change. Some things will definitely change.
What key has to change for you in the second half?
Well, one thing is we have to make our free throws. I'm not sure what we're shooting right now, but I know we've missed a lot of free throws. And just a sense of urgency. We're giving up a lot of quick baskets in transition, and that's not like us. I mean, I'm happy my bigs are blocking shots, which is, that's us. But letting teams beat us up and down the court, that's just not Grant basketball.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thanks.
All right, Coach. All right, Will, Lauren, we'll send it back upstairs.
Hey, thanks, Rick. Well, we got a doozy for you going here on Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week at the half. Monterey Trail shooting for an upset over Grant. Don't go away, lots more to come. Stay with us.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things. 2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks. Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davey conquered every last denominator. My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school. Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul.
Estimated time, 47 hours.
They will beg.
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
They will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
You can see the score there, 31-27, Monterey Trail with a big second quarter to come back on Grant High. I'm here with Adam Wood, Vice Principal here at Monterey Trail. Adam, great night tonight.
We got a fantastic crowd here. It's our Pack the House week. We got 3 home games this week. Girls on Monday, boys on Wednesday, boys tonight. Really happy to have you guys out here showcasing us to the community.
This is awesome to be out here, especially with the environment you have. Now, the community whole program is supporting the sports here at Monterey Trail. How do you improve that?
Well, you know, we got the band out here, having the cheer out here, having the dance team out here. Goes a long way. It's a fun night out here out in the stadium. Really happy to have you guys here.
Well, it's great to be here, and you guys always treat us well when we are here. So first and foremost, that's awesome. The feeling you get when you come here on campus, whether it's for football, basketball, we've been here, is just tremendous. It's something you guys really work hard for.
Yeah, we got a fantastic athletic community. The school and the teachers and the staff, they get behind the athletic programs. We got great facilities out here, and we're really excited for tonight.
Well, it's great. We're going to be talking with our band director here, Aaron Smith, in a moment here. Just a little bit of shout out to him about the program that he has going. I want to thank you for taking some time to spend some minutes with us, Adam. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
All right, not a problem. It's our pleasure to be here. It is 31-27 halftime score. Monterey Trail over Grant High. Big second quarter for the Mustangs. We'll be right back after this.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
.27 the halftime score. Coach, first half impressions.
I think our guys are playing with a spirited effort, so I'm satisfied with that. We just want to make sure we sustain it in the second half.
Now you put a big burst on in the second quarter. What keyed that?
Defensive stops. I think we have five stops in a row, 3 steals. Marcus Robinson playing the passing lanes. He did it really well. So we got to keep up the defensive intensity.
What's going to be the key you're going to have to make sure happens in the second half?
Finish around the basket and keep up the defensive intensity.
All right. Good luck in the second half, Coach. Appreciate it. All righty, I'm going to slip in Aaron Smith here. Aaron, the band director here at Monterey Trail. Aaron, tremendous band sound tonight.
Hey, thanks a lot.
It's great. How many are in the band?
We have about 100 in the band total.
Okay, and how many are here tonight out of that 100?
Oh, we probably have about 60 here tonight.
Outstanding. Now, you're kind of relaxing, it looks like, letting the band and the band leader kind of take over. Not that you're not the band leader. How do you work that?
One of the positions is a drum major, and their job is to learn how to run the band in these situations.
So it's basically one of your veteran students in that sense?
It's a senior.
All right, outstanding. Now, how do you pick the drum major?
We start them as a junior, and so they audition to be a junior drum major, and they learn how to do it so that when they're a senior, they can take over the job.
How does a feeder program work in this area for you?
So every high school has a feeder middle school, and so students usually start in 7th or 8th grade here, and then they come on over to the high school.
Outstanding. Well, thanks for taking a minute to spend some time and talking to us about the extracurricular things that some schools don't have, but you have here in spades.
Oh, I love it.
Outstanding. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it. All right, we're going to send it back upstairs to Will and Lauren. It's halftime, 31-27, Monterey Trail in the lead.
Okay, thanks a lot, Mr. Stewart. And yes, this has been quite a show here. The energy and the excitement in Mustang Gym is just tremendous. A 4-point lead for Monterey Trail, but Lauren Goodman, one of the big keys is how this third quarter will start. And it will be interesting to note if Monterey Trail can put the same intensity out on the court that we saw in the first half, and what Coach Wilson's halftime talk will bring out of the Pacers.
Coach Fields is 100% right, and they need to maintain. They need to play a complete game. They need to finish the game. There's 2 more quarters, and the score is 0-0. Coach Wilson, on the other hand, he wants his team to play like themselves. He talked about free throws, but still they haven't been able to get out in transition, and that's credited to Monterey Trail's defense. And then they need to find easy buckets on the defensive end. When they can get steals and make adjustments on defense and push in transition, they will be successful. And neither one of those things have they been able to do tonight, and that's, again, accredited to Coach Fields and his adjustments in defense.
And Monterey Trail was able to do just that. They don't know how many leak-out baskets they had, but I'd say 10 points worth.
The first adjustment is we got to stop the safety. We got to get somebody back, if you're a Grant Pacer, and stop allowing the easy buckets. If you take away, they probably had 4 or 5 crucial easy buckets that probably led the lead out for Monterey Trail. Somebody's going to have to be in a yellow jersey and get back.
Individual scoring in that first half for visiting Grant, a superlative 13-point effort from point guard A.J. McGee, keeping Grant close, or they'd be down double digits for sure. And for Monterey Trail, 2 players hitting double figures in the first half, 10 for Marcus Robinson, and off the bench with a big-time 10, Quentin Lister. So here we go as we open third quarter action. And more of that trapping pressure defense. Inside, Robinson picks up the loose ball and sticks it in. (33-27). Richardson's baseline J, got it.
That was a good easy bucket for Coach to find him an easy opportunity to score and get him going earlier than that third quarter.
Crump into the front court, and there's the Pacer trap. They send it down the sideline, baseline drive, pops it back out, and here's Robinson, a fumble, but picked up. The runner, air ball long, picked up by Pruitt on the shot by Adams. McGee to Pruitt, split the D, and draw a foul on Fitzgerald.
Already you can see that Coach Wilson's adjustment at halftime is 1 defensively, which is a great adjustment that I feel like he needed to do. And then again, you see right here, just trying to drive and make something aggressive to get easy buckets, and that got him a foul, and that's what they want to do.
Inbound bucket, Richardson with the left hand, left side off the inbound, and he's come alive now with 2 quick buckets here in the third. Crump, a kick out, and Fitzgerald down with a big time 3. Long shot and a miss. However, McGee's there to take the long rebound. Working against Crump. Lateral pass out to David Jones. Minute and a half gone here in the third. Richardson down.
Grant just being patient and taking their time with their execution.
Inside, McIntosh hits a bucket and draws a foul. And was that Pruitt or Richardson? Pruitt called for the foul.
McIntosh just finding a way to get to the basket, and that physicality allowed him to get that and one.
Second foul on Pruitt. And McIntosh at the stripe, trying to complete a three-point play, and does. 39-33, a pair of three-point splurges, one on the three by Fitzgerald, the other the hard way from McIntosh. Whistle away from the ball. Marcus Robinson called for his first foul. Non-shooting. McGee is going to inbound far side near midcourt. He shoves it in there to Richardson. Marcus Robinson giving away a couple inches out to defend.
You can tell Coach Wilson had a talk with his team to get them focused, and Richardson has stepped up and taken the boatload.
McGee feeds inside, a beautiful assist that time going to Haynes after the missed J. Fitzgerald fouled on the inside shot. Haynes is going to get called for the foul, his second.
Fitzgerald has been beautiful for Monterey Trail. I can say that there is a major adjustment. You're going to see the big fella just trying to find opportunities to get him the ball, empowering everybody up with him. He has been the difference. Having the inside-out presence allows you to shoot all those threes. So his ability to own it in the middle and be a presence against such athletic and taller Grant team is impressive.
30-second timeout. 41-35 as Fitzgerald, who came into the game as an 80% free thrower, is doing a nice job of upholding that. He's hit 4 straight after missing an early one. Oh, look, they're all out tonight in force. The vaunted Mustang cheerleaders along that baseline.
Cheerleaders look amazing tonight in their green and gold. And you see Grant there trying to get it together so they can have a better third quarter.
5.5 to go, still on the front side of quarter number 3. Stoppage of play by game official Tom Kosick, and he's going to have a word with Fitzgerald and Pruitt, so they're going to try to calm things down among the big men.
And I don't like when referees get in this. Big men only have a little amount of space, and they're supposed to be physical the whole game. You know they're going to bump and push. That's what you do as a big man.
Robinson defending Richardson. McGee fires and misses from 3-ball range. Robinson boards it and starts transition. Behind the back dribble. Crump from the corner. Down! Andre Crump. Baseline drive by Pruitt. That was elegant.
Pruitt has woken up this second half. You're going to have to find your shooters and get them some more rotation. Crump's going to need some more shots.
Loose ball on the floor. Lost by Crump. Send it ahead. 1-on-2. Jones bumped and fouled by Adams. His second.
An unnecessary bump, and that was because you see the Monterey Trail Mustangs are ready to jump and explode with everything that Grant has, and that was a smart play. Finding it and then transition. Grant trying to do what they want to do. Just a body bump. If it was the NBA, that would have been a great and one.
.44-40 on the free throws by David Jones. Cautiously into the front court. Crump badgered by the taller David Jones.
And Grant's zone has extended Monterey Trail's execution. You see Monterey Trail executing further and further away from the three-point line. That's not going to allow them to be successful.
44-40. Drive it strong. Miss. Follow. Missed. Over the back, maybe. And it's going to go against Grant. A rebounding foul called against the Pacers. DeVell Brown, his second. Quentin Lister back on, replacing McIntosh. So the Mustangs go a little shorter. Crump to Lister into the front court now. Robinson, feed the post. Fitzgerald, turn and hook. A miss. Rebound taken out of there by Haynes. Here come the Pacers. 2-on-3. Richardson, a miss. Follow up. Jones, a miss. And a foul. Perhaps Fitzgerald.
And I'm expecting Grant to have a little bit more focus. They're getting some bunnies and getting opportunities right around the rim. They're just not taking advantage of it.
Well, 3 fouls on Fitzgerald. Possible moment of decision for Coach Fields. Free throw, Jones, another miss.
And right now, you got to take the big fella out. You see him coming out. You cannot afford for him to pick up a fourth with 4 minutes left in the third. He has to come out and he has to sit down. And on that last play, that was just lack of discipline. He was lazy and did not box out and just push the man out.
A pair of misses. Rebound taken. Send it up the floor. Robinson, take it strong. Layup missed. No call. Out of bounds to Grant. Tough luck for the Mustangs there. Grant wanted to travel on the up-court push. And Coach Fields wanted a foul on the drive.
And you see Coach Wilson has A.J. McGee kind of staying back as the safety so that he can cut off any potential free buckets or cherry picks, as we call them, to the basket. And it's actually been to their advantage. Turnover right there.
Richardson against Robinson. Now here's McGee to the high elbow. Pruitt, wheel and deal, down.
Pruitt has definitely woken up in this second half, and he is owning the key.
Crump. Baseline layup, knocked in, sweet that time by Kevin Adams. 46-42, Mustangs by 4. Richardson fires away. Down! Mustangs by 1.
And the Pacers needed that tremendously. They need to get some three-point buckets or some transition buckets.
A travel and a turnover on the drive by Adams.
Just drug that second foot there. He's young. He's being aggressive. Here's Richardson just having a little ISO out there. And they needed that three. That was his first three, a knockdown tonight. He's going to have to keep going. He's been scoring in his third quarter. He's going to have to keep it up.
13 points now after a scoreless first quarter for Richardson. Up the floor, casual, no pressure. As we've reached the 3:05 mark, flip side, number 3, Pruitt fires away. Back rim, no follow, but it comes out. Pacers control. A whistle and a foul. Laurier called for the foul. First team foul. 15 foul on the Mustangs. Non-shooting. Pruitt steps out of bounds.
And that's when Pruitt is most effective. He needs to stop shooting the threes right now.
They call a foul before the step out, and another foul on Laurier. Ooh-wee. Another non-shooting. 16 fouls now here on the Mustangs, just 3 against Grant. Full speed drive, boom! A follow-up slam by Pruitt. And he stuffed it to his elbows, and he may be called for a technical for hanging on the rim. He is. It is a tee.
And Coach Wilson is livid right now.
Well, the coach is scolding him pretty good. Just a wee bit of a hang at the stripe. Lister.
And you see Coach Wilson has pulled him out for that. I think that was kind of just a play. He couldn't come down. As we watched it on the replay, he had Robinson right under him. So it wasn't just a natural putback and come down, but Coach Wilson definitely motivated him to not do that again.
Okay, big possession. Crump, in and out, tough luck. Nice rebounding effort right there. Tremendous. Zach Larrier. Woo-wee.
Larrier got some ups on that one.
McGee drives and scores and takes a foul from Lister. Well,
McGee is letting nobody stop him tonight. And great finish, pulling it back to the right hand.
They're down by a point, trying to tie, and he does. 50-50. Push it up the floor. Robinson sends it to Lister. Adams to the high post. Larrier feed. Robinson misses the layup. We got a whistle. A goaltend on the Robinson layup. 52-50 Mustangs with 2:20 to go, late third.
Pacers need to get smarter going now into the end of this third quarter and the fourth quarter. 2 bonehead plays.
Deep J on the way, missed. Great rebounding by Robinson after the miss by Hampton. Down the side, now Lister. Bobbled away, it's a turnover. Here come the Pacers. Richardson, baseline drive. Tough luck, out of bounds to the Mustangs. A missed opportunity there for Grant. Down 2 here with 1:53 to go.
Adrenaline is high. You see Coach Wilson making an adjustment. He wants to get on a run right now and turn the energy towards his direction.
Crump down the slot. The runner wildly shot, missed. What an effort by Larrier. Banked in home. Wow.
Larrier's doing the intangibles. Offensive rebound, giving them second chance points and second chance opportunities.
Mustangs up 4. Deep J down. Richardson was out there a mile.
Best part of being in the Delta League, you're going to have matchups like this.
Larrier, his layup is disallowed, but he's fouled on the play by Jones. They're calling McGee for the foul, so I'll correct myself. That's his first. He comes out. Back on, Miles Haynes for the Pacers. Non-shooting foul, snap it in. Deep J, missed. Taken there by Redding. Grant down 1, up the floor, 1:05 to go in the third. Jones to Richardson, defended by Adams, the sophomore.
Richardson just waiting for his opportunity to take advantage of any person they put in front of him.
Corner jump shot slapped out of there by Crump. Taken on the run, and a mid-court collision is going to be foul number 3 on Richardson. Non-shooting. Let's take a look. This block was rather exquisite by Andre Crump.
Timing and precision.
A steal by Richardson and a charge on Richardson. Foul number 4 as he decked Quentin Lister.
Quentin Lister being the X factor tonight, doing everything, making shots when he's open, diving on the ground, making the right passes, and then playing tremendous defense. You see Richardson got the steal, But Lister right there, way to take the charge, and that was all chest.
That was all good call. Lister up the floor, bounce it to the left corner, and a travel on Adams. Into the ball game for his first appearance for the Mustangs, Ricky Judge, number 11, a 3-ball specialist.
And we need to watch Ricky Judge. If he gets any sight of daylight, he is all net.
McGee badgered there by Lister. To the corner, David Jones. Back to McGee, 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Monterey trail by 1.
McGee just taking his time and being patient so he can thread the needle.
He drives it. Almost mishandled. Deep jump shot. Air ball short. Picked up by Judge. A bump but no call. Lister! We have played 3, an exciting 3 here on Access, Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. Monterey trail by 1. Do not wander off. We'll be right back.
One in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation.
America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Open fourth quarter action. Grant with the rock. Lean in floater, sweetly done. Nice soft touch there by DeVell Brown for his first bucket. It's a go-ahead bucket for Grant. They haven't had the lead for a couple quarters. A mishandle, Robinson saves, but they saves over the line. Another turnover by the Mustangs.
Well, this fourth quarter is going to be predicated on who can take care of the ball better and who can make veteran plays. Both teams are led by juniors and young experience, but they need to make smarter plays.
McGee misses. Rebound, Fitzgerald. Brings it up himself and sends it to the corner. Here he is, Ricky Judge. Missed everything. Starts Pacer transition. Here's Brown, shut down. A near travel, blocked out of there by Robinson and picked up. Robinson through traffic, layup, Lister, down!
Lister again being the X factor tonight.
Little seesaw, 56-55, Mustangs by 1. Well, we promised you some drama here in this daunting Delta. Jump shot, in and out, tough luck from long range. Fitzgerald rebounds on the miss by Hampton. Lister splits 2 defenders, baseline drive Robinson. His pass kicked out, layup down. Robinson.
Marcus Robinson has definitely shown up tonight and been the difference for the Monterey Trail Mustangs.
58-55, Monterey trailed by 3 here. We played 90 seconds in the fourth. A whistle and a foul, Laurier fouling McGee.
Now, you see in the third quarter, Coach Wilson had his team attacking hard, driving hard to get fouls. A lot of those fouls weren't shooting fouls, but now you see just a strong drive, and now they're on the free throw line.
So it's McGee to the stripe. He's 2 out of 2 from there tonight. Make it 3 for 3.
And again, this is our second time seeing A.J. McGee, and he has gotten better since the last time we seen him.
Bonus free throwing. Both teams in the bonus. 2 for 2. 58-57, Mustangs by 1. Pacers right on their heels. Give and go. Here's Robinson, a layup, missed. He boards it and puts it back. Up 3, Monterey Trail. McGee down the slot, feed low, stripped away, but a reaching foul on Laurier, I believe. If so, number 4.
Now, it's important that Monterey Trail right now has to stop in some way fouling. They cannot continue to foul the Pacers and put them on the line with the clock not moving. Even though the Pacers haven't been successful on the line tonight, they're getting opportunity to score without the clock moving, and then they're getting another opportunity to place themselves in better position because this is kind of like a dead ball.
A miss on the front end. Up court pressure. McIntosh surrounded and a timeout called by Coach Fields. But not before a foul against Grant.
And Coach Wilson, you see the camera on him right now, he was going livid because he was trying to get Pruitt back to avoid that foul. And then he gets a foul anyway.
I believe that was on Pruitt. If so, that's number 4. So McIntosh to the line. He misses the front end. McGee straight away. Splits 2 defenders and shoots a jumper on the run. That's money.
We are seeing 2 all-league performances from McGee.
Down! Ricky Judge. A big-time 3 after he airballed his first attempt. 63-59, Monterey Trail with 5:13 to go, still early 4th. Jones straight away. O'Banion down. He banked it home sweetly. Bohannon. Lister spins away from McGee, tied up and loses the rock. Here's a run out. David Jones misses the dunk. Woo, daddy.
You see the crowd in the gym is going crazy. He needed to take advantage of that.
Judge misses from the corner, but Fitzgerald's there for the rebound. Muscles his way in. Baby hook pops out.
We got bodies flying. This is what the competitiveness at the end of the season will bring out from the bestest of teams.
Whistle and a foul. They're going to call it on Lister. Number 2. 10th team foul, double bonus free throwing upcoming for McGee.
Cannot foul right now. You cannot foul on either hand because now the Pacers are in the double bonus and the Monterey Trail Mustangs are in the bonus. So everybody's shooting free throws every single foul at this point. You cannot foul. You got to play mano a mano.
He's short on number 1 after being down 4 out of 4. One out of 2. 63-63.
And this is a heated battle right now. You can tell both teams are very young, and I'm going to continue to stress that because they're just making bonehead plays, missed dunks when you can just get a layup, turnovers here from Monterey Trail. You just got to take care of the basketball.
Judge down! 2 out of 4 from out there since coming off the bench. 66-63 as we come down the stretch here at Monterey Trail. Less than 4 minutes to go on the ball game.
And we need to keep an eye on Richardson right now. He has 4 fouls, so he needs to be very smart.
Here's a steal. Fitzgerald's got it. Loses the rock. Last touch by Grant. Mustangs have the rock, and the frenzy continues to escalate here in Elk Grove.
The emotion is running high. The Pacers cannot afford a loss tonight. They understand that. But Monterey Trail is fighting, I mean fighting, to continue their playoff hopes and keep them alive.
Inbound will come from the near side as umpire Brian Broadway squares away everybody on the floor. Bounce it low, Fitzgerald, pump fake, clobbered by 2 players, but no call. And a whistle and a foul. He took on both Jones and Pruitt there. And that's 5 fouls on Richardson.
And I didn't see Richardson in that play at all.
I didn't either.
Got him.
It was Jones and Pruitt, and he is dispatched. Let's take a look at the play.
Now everybody's fighting for it. And I don't see, again, Richardson's hand in there at all, but that is a major blow to the Pacers and what they're going to do right now.
Well, I think the Pacers got gypped there.
And that was a little home cooking, home advantage. But again, I have to
take another
look. You see it again
look
right here.
It was Jones and Pruitt. Free throw, no good. Tough luck for the Pacers.
And the greatest of players right now would say the ball does not lie.
1 out of 2. 67-63. Monterey Trail up 4 coming down the stretch with 3.5 to go. Back his way in, Pruitt wildly. And a whistle and a foul.
As a coach, we call that a makeup call.
McIntosh has picked up his 4th. Pair of free throws coming for Pruitt. He's 1 out of 2 from there tonight and gets the bounce.
And just take your time, big fella. Take your time. Make your free throws. There's no pressure. It's just you and the basketball room.
Number 2 got them both. Grant calls a timeout here with, it's a full timeout with 3:25 to go. We'll step back and join you in about 30 seconds. Do not wander off. Welcome back. Here we go. Hot and heavy drama here in Elk Grove. Delta League drama. Monterey Trail clinging to a 2-point lead over Grant High with 3:19 to go. High post pass, nearly a foul by Pruitt, but McIntosh has it. Robinson kicks out. Crump double dribbles. Wow.
And those are the plays I'm talking about, Will. Maybe a good pass will lead to that. You see coaches are up and at it because this game is pulling out every bout that everybody needs to tonight. And we see an adjustment here from the Monterey Trail Mustangs with the 2-3 zone.
McGee misses the J. And Jones misses the putback. It's tapped out long. Who wants it? Grant's got it. And a fumble by Pruitt for a Grant turnover.
2 plays in a row where the mental focus has not been into the game. These 2 teams want to make it to the playoffs. They need to work on their composure and their mental focus.
A 30-second timeout called by Grant. We'll keep it right here and let you know something of extreme importance, if you want to put it that way. I know Lauren would, because we got more goodies coming up on our broadcast calendar. Our next game is going to be all about a precarious Pioneer Valley playoff push. The Placer High Hill Gals coming down the hill to take on the Foothill Mustangs. And they upset Foothill the first time around in league play a couple of weeks ago. You won't want to miss that, and that'll give us a chance to see the highest scoring Foothill guard, Michaela Sanders.
I can't wait to see Michaela Sanders. I cannot even explain how excited that game is going to be next week.
Well, she's averaging 26 a game, but has had high games of 50. That's 5-0, 39, and 38. So here we go. 2:39 left in this one. Adams down the baseline, gets it to Crump. Single pressure there. Pushing into the front court now.
And the Pacers just want to cause confusion on the defensive end. You see they started with the press.
Adams has his shot slapped, but Fitzgerald recovers. We've got a stoppage. Coach Fields obviously upset with his timekeeper here at home.
Both coaches have the same expression right now because you're stopping the flow of the game. Coach Wilson is upset because the shot clock reset unnecessarily, and then Coach Fields is over here upset because it stopped the rhythm of the game.
Nice split screen there. Coach Wilson of Grant on the left. Hands on hips belong to Coach Fields of Monterey Trail. Visibly upset over his home scorekeeping, I should say clock management.
And he understands that's giving Grant an opportunity to reload.
Well, a whistle and a foul against Grant on the inbound play. And it's again going to go against Miles Haynes, his third. So we're talking about double bonus free throwing on an inbound play like that.
And Haynes has been actually talking to the ref all night because he feels like he's getting held. And like I talked about earlier, you got to let these big men play. You got to let them go ahead and be physical. The refs are kind of controlling the game a little bit right now with the 2 minutes. Great free throw right there by the big fella.
Fitzgerald continues to be steady from the line. Haynes out. Checking back in for Grant, DeVale Brown. 6 out of 9. I should say 7 out of 9 for Fitzgerald. Push it up, 4-point lead. 69-65 Monterey Trail. McGee to the high post, Pruitt. Tapped away, salvaged, and recovered. McGee, some quick footwork there, almost traveled. Jump shot missed out there by Bohannon. A scramble for the loose ball and a held ball tie-up. Coach Wilson unable to call a timeout from the bench, and the basketball belongs to Monterey Trail.
And right now, Pacers need to find a way to switch the momentum and switch the hands. Coach Fields has made the perfect plays as well as making adjustments for this game in particular. You can tell now they're switching to the zone, but you can tell that they're making adjustments particularly for the Grant Pacers.
They're going to have to figure out a way to break this pressure, though. Inbound to Robinson. He's doubled and fouled by McGee. Just his second foul, but again, double bonus for both teams, and right now, Monterey Trail back to the foul line where Fitzgerald hit on 2 just a short time ago. On the season, Robinson a 68% free thrower. Tonight, 0 for 1. back in the first quarter. He's got number 1.
And this is the part we talked about at the beginning of the fourth, Will, being able to make smart plays and take advantage of the double bonus that we knew was going to lead into the fourth quarter.
1:47 left. You might want to cinch that seat belt even tighter by one more notch. Robinson short, whistle. And we got a lane violation apparently, and a fallen Adams, or not Adams, but being knocked down on the play. Boy, it must be some tough contact in there. It was Fitzgerald getting decked, who's being attended to, as you see. Looks like he took a shot to the nose or to the forehead. He's played a whale of a game.
And again, I'm always concerned about weary and dizzy players waking up or getting up off the court. He does look a little delusional. He might be okay. He's a big fella. But again, I think they bumped heads and he looks a little dazed. Hopefully this won't impact Monterey Trail in any type of way.
Oh, his own guy got him. Adams caught Fitzgerald in the head with an elbow. Nice replay, guys.
And now he's going to have to come out of the game because coaches and med team came out. So he's going to have to sit out of the game for a possession at least. Coach Fields in his 3rd year.
Taking a little bit of a liquid break here for some hydration, but right now everybody in the building is exhausted. This has been some kind of a game.
This has been the game that we expect on a Friday night.
There's a shot of some of our basketball fans in the house tonight here in Elk Grove at Monterey Trail High, but we've got a cliffhanger right now. A foul called against Zach Laurier, and I believe he's fouled out.
That would be 5 on my tally sheet as well, Will.
Well, he leads the contest at the 142 mark after playing splendidly against a much taller Grant lineup.
Tremendous young man. Again, we talked about him. He's the starting quarterback for the Monterey Trail Mustangs, and he has been impressive the last 3 years he's been here.
Pruitt, good on number 1. Let's take a look at that last sequence.
Pruitt just being aggressive, arm right there, ripped under.
Good call. Needed to shut down the baseline there. So Pruitt up for number 2. No good. Whistle. It's going to be against Grant. And they, I believe, are going to call Haynes. Let's wait for the... Yes, it is. Miles Haynes. That's 4 on him. Are we double bonusing to the max here or what?
The fouls have been kind of out of control. I will say in the second half, there has been no distinct flow to the game. The refs have not allowed it to be. And a lot of that is home cooking. And then that is Coach Wilson being the head coach of the Pacers. They do not get a lot of calls. I know I talked to Coach before the game. He was very worried about the officiating tonight and it going his way. So he understood that you got to play 7 against 5 tonight.
Robinson hits them both. He's got 21 points in the game, 72-66.
And that's the difference right now. If Monterey Trail can find a way to pull this out, Robinson's 20-plus points has been impressive.
A kick out, bobbled and shot by McGee. Down, a big-time 3 in the clutch.
And you can tell right now McGee's not worried about anything. That ball was bobbled, not great pass, but he just caught it and pulled it.
That's a full timeout. We'll step back for a brief pause and return to the Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it.
You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Well, here we go. We're roaring down the home stretch, the finish line, perhaps just ahead, but somebody said something about overtime. Oh, my goodness. Here's Lister, defended by McGee. Major possession, near breakup. Robinson, baseline drive, layup, down!
And it's becoming too easy. He is annihilating the baseline drive. He's probably 4 for 5, 5 for 6 from just that baseline drive.
5-point lead, a loose ball, here's a steal. Crump ahead to Lister, down! Wow!
And the Pacers need to just go at a fast pace right now.
Pruitt just did exactly that.
Monterey Trail's going to do everything they can to secure this win and slow it down.
34 seconds to go. Lister fouled from behind by Haynes, who is just fouled out. That's the third foul out victim. The Pacers have lost 2, including leading scorer Stephen Richardson. Laurier fouled out for Monterey Trail. So Haynes leaves the ball game, replaced by DeVell Brown. And Lister is up there to shoot 2 that could really help his ball club, and he misses number 1.
It's been amazing to me how three-point shooters are struggling so much from the free throw line. Cannot be a shooter, kids, if you cannot make free throws.
2 missed free throws out of bounds to Monterey Trail after it looked like McIntosh had tipped it.
And Coach Wilson is not happy right now at all.
They reversed the call.
Good correction, and you see Coach Fields try to give a little schmooze right there because he thinks he has the victory in the bag.
5-point lead, jump shot, McGee, a miss, up for the board, McIntosh. Outlet to Robinson, into the front court, 1-on-3, a layup, down! Wow.
And the kid has been impressive tonight.
McGee down, 3-ball derby, time out. 78, 74. Monterey Trail by 4. And this has been the thriller that we were looking for.
And I'm impressed by both teams' tenacity. You see in the Grant huddle right now, coaches and everybody is just focused on getting a stop. Where's the placement going to be in the ball? They want to take advantage of this dead play, and they have to get a stop. A stop or a steal is crucial right now for the Pacers. And you see the fans out tonight. They are enjoying the band. The band has been rocking all night tonight and has not slowed up a pace. A tradition here at Monterey Trail is when the band is here, there is no extra music, so the band is entertaining enough.
Marcus Robinson has been the man tonight. Blows past McGee and hits. Now, Touche, McGee, Grant in trouble here, needing points fast. Who do you go to? A.J. McGee, who's in for 24 points. Robinson's in for 25. Here we go. 8 seconds to go. 4-point lead for Monterey with the rock.
And watch something deep here, Will.
McIntosh to Robinson, and he's going to do the wise thing here and eat up some clock before he draws the foul from Jones. What a super duper performance tonight by Monterey Trail, and a heck of a coaching effort by Robert Fields and Crump at the stripe. He's good on number 1. $79-74. $80-74. And this game is over. It is in the book. And Monterey Trail in a must-win situation coming down the stretch in this Delta League race registers an impressive 80-74 victory over Grant High in a foul-marred game. However, a game that had about 100 exciting plays in it, as you see the sportsmanship there between these two rivals.
Best part about being in the Delta League is when you have hot, heated battles like this, it's great to see the teams come together and respect each other. I know they pay attention to each other and what they're doing in league, and then they also pay attention to what they're doing on social media and who's in the jump. So I can appreciate this moment when both teams come together.
This large crowd tonight received a superior performance in a wild ball game. The home team coming up big when it had to. And crescendo after crescendo by that awesome Monterey Trail marching band, having a seat tonight, but just as awesome, helping carry their ball club to victory tonight by 6 points over tough Grant High. Don't wander off. We got more to come in our post-game segment. Rick Stewart will be chatting with our players of the game and our winning coach if we can gather Robert Fields. We'll be right back.
Maria, so how's work?
It was fourth period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
The verdict is in, and the decision is final tonight in Elk Grove, where the Monterey Trail Mustangs, in a must-win situation, stopped the Grant High Pacers in a thriller, 80-74, in a ball game that had lots of twists and turns and roller coaster type changes. Our Rick Stewart is going to be with our players of the game, and let's show you who they are. And I doubt if anyone could debate this. For Grant High, their dynamite sophomore point guard, A.J. McGee, a 24-point performance and solid floor game throughout. And for the host, Monterey Trail Mustangs, senior guard Marcus Robinson, stepping it up with 25, including 15 in the second half. Let's turn our attention to Rick Stewart. He is standing by with our players of the game. Rick?
All right, A.J. McGee. A.J., tough game out there. You jumped out there early on in the game. They made a run in the second quarter. What would that consist of?
That was just us making turnovers. We was just unforced, careless turnovers, and they was just getting run-out layups. We weren't getting back on defense. And they went on, I think, an 8-0 run, and that's probably what did it.
After halftime, went in, talked things over in that, made a good defensive push, brought the game a lot closer. What was the key to make that push and bring the game closer, and what let it get away?
We just had to get back on defense and stop leaving their shooters open. And we also tried to stop fouling. But what I think gave the game away is we kept fouling down the stretch, trying to make a comeback. We kept it within 5 the whole game, but they just kept getting fouls. We were trading buckets, and you can't win when you're down trading buckets.
When you're just giving baskets back and forth between two teams, it's not gonna happen. You played well tonight. Good game for Grant as well. Had a good season. You've got a good season going on. Best of luck going forward in the playoffs and that.
Thank you.
All right, AJ, good job. All right, we're gonna turn to Marcus Robinson. Marcus, tremendous game out there. You played tremendous defense, but also offensively. What was the key out there for you guys?
Just trying to make plays, mesh plays with no turnovers, and just try to get to the rack as much as possible and attack the gaps.
What was the key in the second quarter? You guys put on like a 8-0, 10-0 run that actually put you back in the game. You were on the edge of falling there.
Pushing the tempo, just running it and just running the fast break hard.
Game tightened up in the second half. Their defensive pressure, missed a few shots here and there. What was the key there to hold on to the lead?
The key to holding on to the lead is not making no turnovers, making the best quality shots and the most high percentage shots you can take.
Outstanding. Well, you looked like you played really good defense out there. Key free throwing down the stretch too as well. That was something you guys did well and Grant didn't do well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We had to knock them down in the clutch. So.
If they're going to give them to you, take them, right?
Right.
Best of luck going forward the rest of the season. Congratulations on being our player of the game today, Marcus. All right, good job. All right, Coach Fields.
Yes, sir.
Good game tonight. I mean, it was a big game for you guys. Knew it coming in and knew what you had to do to make it come true.
Yeah, we kind of our backs are against the wall when you look at the playoff picture. So our boys responded. They played with a sense of urgency, which is what we've been talking about all week. And it was a very good effort by them today. I'm proud of them.
Well, that's what Coach Wilson said from Grant at halftime, that you guys were playing with your backs up against the wall and his team wasn't, and you did that all the way down the game.
Yeah, I mean, the sustained effort for 32 minutes, I'm very proud of this young man and the effort that they put through. I mean, they worked hard yesterday in practice, and then it showed in the game today.
Now, how's Fitzgerald? He took a shot later in the game, missed the rest of the game. How's he doing?
We'll check with the trainer. We'll get him looked at, see how he feels later, and then kind of go from there. Luckily, it's the weekend, so we'll stretch and relax a little bit tomorrow and then get ready for next week.
What was the key to battling their height? I mean, they had a little bit more height than you guys did overall. What was the key there?
We just wanted to be faster. A lot of times we try to get the ball up the court, advance it a lot faster, and then we just got to be tough around the basket. Those guys are going to block a lot of shots, and I told our guys I don't care if they get 50 block shots. We want to still continue to attack. So we did a good job of attacking and then making sure that we push the tempo a little bit.
Outstanding. Well, good job tonight. Best of luck moving forward. Hopefully this will help propel you into a playoff spot. All right, Coach. Good to see you. Good luck. Good luck. All right, Lauren, we'll send it back upstairs to you. Good game tonight. I'm glad I was here.
Well, as are we. It was better than good. It was excellent. It was high-quality high school basketball, especially with the drama, the suspense, and the frenzy coming down the stretch. I think everybody was somewhat unnerved. But the bottom line, Lauren, in a must-win situation, as you heard Coach Fields, very proud of his ball club, they all stepped up.
They stepped up tremendously. As you can tell, all contributing factors was important tonight. How everybody brought something to the game, whether it was come in and make a defensive stop or to come in and hit a key bucket, make a layup, make free throws. Those are the teams that can prevail to the next level. They got some tough battles against them coming up, but that was a great team effort and a great team win.
It certainly was, and I'm quite sure that over the weekend, Coach Fields will put everything in place and get his team well prepared for their next game, because basically they're in a position where they need to run the table.
They need to build on tonight. That was the one thing that I wanted to hear Coach say, is they needed to build on tonight. Yes, they won tonight, and that was a success beyond measure, but now they need to build on tonight. It's going to start with Robinson. He's going to have to lead the way for sure. Double digits, 25 points. You're going to have that presence every single night going forward, or it's going to be the end of your season.
Well, it was definitely a superior breakout game for the senior guard, Marcus Robinson, as you say. A game-high 25, but he got some nice support. Let us not forget about the hard-working junior postman, Fitzgerald, a tough 12 against those Grant Leapers, but an unexpected 16 off the bench from Quentin Lister gave them a boost that really was crucial in this victory tonight. And then 10 for Crump, so they put 4 in double figures. And it shouldn't be lost that Ricky Judge came up with 2 big 3 balls in the fourth quarter after not having played previously to help spark and maintain that lead.
And that's the culture here at Monterey Trail. A lot of teams that have been here prior to with Coach Fields have not had a go-to guy that's been able to get over the hump. So they play well as a team. You have a collective member of juniors together and can build the establishment here. They're going to have to build on this win a lot and push forward, but it was a great team effort.
No question, as the victory boosts Monterey Trail now to 12-12. They're 500 on the season and 5-6 in league. In the tough Delta, they'll have to, as we say, run the table. And for Grant High and head coach Denard Wilson, a tough road loss. Lots of questionable scenarios, a little bit of controversy. 4 players fouled out in this ball game, but in the end, it was a Grant loss against an inspired performance. But Coach Wilson will pull his team back together, and tonight, A.J. McGee really was a terrific spark for them while others struggled. But Richardson, after a slow start, 16 points, but fouled out with 3.5 to go. That was a huge disqualification there. And then Pruitt chipped in with 14 points, but the Pacers struggled from the foul line, 14 of 23.
There was 2 big components tonight. One, the X factors were the key component to the game. As you see, Lister, he had 16 points. Coach Wilson was not preparing for him to have 16 points. And again, I feel Coach Fields did not game plan for A.J. McGee, and A.J. McGee took well advantage on it. A lot of the night, he was on an island by himself. He's too crafty, too young, too talented to be just out there by himself, and you see he dropped to 24 points tonight.
Just a sophomore. As these Pacers are very young, they'll all be back next year, and it should be noted that perhaps their most highly regarded player lost for the season with an early ACL, and that would be Deshaun Jones-Smoots. However, tough luck for the Pacers, but a big night for Monterey Trail as they come through with a clutch 80-74 victory this evening and keep alive their Delta League hopes and their postseason aspirations. Well, it should be noted that Access Sacramento and the Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast crew wish to extend their appreciation to the Monterey Trail High School administration, particularly Athletic Director David Coronado, for their cooperation and assistance with the broadcast arrangements for this television production. The Hometown Sports Game of the Week is a special sports presentation of Access Sacramento in association with Play-by-Play Sports Productions. For Lauren Goodman, Rick Stewart, Game Director Ronicia Harris, and the entire Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast crew, I'm Will James. We thank you for joining us and look forward to seeing you next week. Don't forget, we got Foothill hosting Placer in the girls' game. So long from Elk Grove and Monterey Trail High School. Again, our final 80-74 as Monterey Trail tops Grant. So long, everyone.
This program from Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is available for purchase on DVD. For more information, call Access Sacramento, 916-456-8600, extension 0. This has been a Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast from Access Sacramento. This program is funded in part by a grant from the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission.